something. This is new. I got to tell you, this is new. I've been doing this kind of thing for 25 years. Never done this before. You're the first audience to see it. True. Okay? When I was a kid, I love telling stories about when I was a kid. When I was a kid, there was a show on television called Columbo. Peter Falk.
Yeah.
Loved Peter Falk, loved Columbo. He was a detective. And when I was watching that, I started playing this game. How many people played that game?
Clue.
Clue, that's right. So I didn't know this until recently, but there's a whole backstory with Clue. So we're going to do this with 4 characters. And if you're familiar with Clue, you'll know the characters I'm going for here. First you've got this gentleman, whom you may not know, Mr. Bodie. He is actually the victim. I'm going to tell you the story in a second so you kind of know what's going on here. And then you have these 4 characters. You have Colonel Mustard. Now, Colonel Mustard was a famous war hero. After the war, he became a spy, and he was lethal. He was a deadly person. Now, Bodie knew what this gentleman was up to and tried to blackmail him. He was having an affair with a Hollywood starlet by the name of Miss Scarlet.
Wow.
Miss Scarlet, in her affair with Colonel Mustard, became a spy herself, and he taught her how to kill. She was a lethal weapon.
Wow.
Then you have Professor Plum. Professor Plum was a famous archaeologist. He became famous based on a paper he published, but the paper he didn't write. He stole it from a student, and he killed the student. And Bodie found out about it and tried to blackmail him.
Wow.
Then you have Mrs. Peacock. Mrs. Peacock is actually Scarlet's mother. But Miss Peacock killed Scarlet's dad. Bodie found out about it and tried to blackmail her too. So he brought them all to his house one evening, tried to blackmail all 4 of them, and he ended up dead as a doornail. One of these 4 killed Mr. Bodie. Who wants to identify which person killed Mr. Bodie?
Number 3.
Who wants to be my detective?
Number 3.
You want to be my detective? You're saying number 3. You think Professor Plum did it. Is that right?
Yeah.
All right, well, let's take a look now. I have inside the box, I have one envelope. One envelope. It says case file confidential. If you ever played Clue, you know that it has one envelope, right? Case file confidential. Inside this envelope, only one card. Yes, only one card.
Okay.
And the card says, the murderer is Professor Plum.
That's
Yes, sir.
yeah.
You got it. Good job.